Hi everyone.
Hi.
Hi everyone. Out of rhythm. Welcome back to the Blogsy guys, where we talk about what's going on in the blogosphere, and we throw in a few app suggestions and maybe talk about movies once in a while. Just what we want to do. Yep. I'm Lance.
I'm Sean.
I'm Chusao.
And it's episode 5.
Already episode 5. We missed last week actually. Too busy with Cyclops, but we'll get into that at the end when we talk about Blogsy. I guess I don't have any water to talk about. Yeah, no water. I did want to bring up, I got this Intel solid state drive, 160 gigabyte, and new toy SSD, and I'm going to install it in my optical drive bay on my MacBook Pro. One thing I noticed, I upgraded to Lion, which
me too.
We talked about this last few shows. I like it. It's not a downgrade. It's definitely an upgrade. It's not a huge upgrade. I don't feel like there's a bunch to it that revolutionized anything. But as I use it more, I'm getting better at it. But one thing I noticed is it made my MacBook really sluggish. And I have a 13-inch mid-2009. So you guys know, a dual core. But it just made it sluggish. So I'm hoping between this and maybe upgrading, I've got 2 gigs of RAM. I'm going to upgrade to 4 gigs of RAM. Hopefully that'll take care of that sluggishness. But that's the only thing I'm really disappointed. Just everything takes so long right now.
I didn't feel that. Maybe I bought a new MacBook, so maybe that's why. But I didn't feel any, anything downgraded. It feels sometimes it feels even faster than before to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, yours is what, 17-inch or?
This screen is 15-inch, but this is a 2011 model.
Right, 2011, and you got the i7 in there, right?
Right.
Right. So I think
quad-core.
That processor plus how much RAM do you have?
4 gigabytes.
Yeah, I think between the combination of those things, it's probably designed. Lion is probably designed to be optimized for those things and these older dual cores. I'm guessing. All I know is my personal experience.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is, I had to buy a special caddy. I'm going to take out my optical drive, and I need a special caddy to put this in and put it into my optical drive, and then I'm going to take that optical drive and put it into a USB housing. And so as I go through that, we'll video record it, and at the end of these shows we'll just do a little how-to kind of thing if you guys want to watch it. Right now, nerdy stuff, we love that. Right now I've ordered the caddy and the optical drive slot enclosure, and as soon as that arrives we'll start shooting it. Who knows, I ordered out of China, could be 10 days to 30 days, so don't be expecting anything really soon, but just thought I'd let you know. Yep, new toys. Okay, first topic.
Should I go first?
Sure.
First topic is this one. Ticket Monster's Daniel Shin talks about sales of South Korea's biggest deal site to Living Social. So the story is the Living Social, which is the second biggest social commerce site in the United States. The best one is Groupon. And this is second one. I've heard of this, but I didn't use this. Anyway, so they bought the Korean company called Ticket Monster. It's another social commerce site in Korea. It's the biggest one in Korea, and the founder is very young guy. His name is Daniel Shin, and he's I think he's 28 years old, 27 years old in American age. So, but there was some controversy in Korea because he said he doesn't want to sell his company. Just like a month ago, he said that. But he suddenly sold it to the Living Social, so that the news are saying that he was lying or something like that. But I think this is very very good decision. Very I mean, he can at that time he can think that I don't want to sell this company to anyone, but out of the company Living Social came and they offered something and he liked it and he sold his company. So yeah, I think his decision was good.
Well, to me, it just doesn't matter. I mean, he's got no obligation. In my feeling, he's got no obligation to tell the public whether he wants to sell it or not, and whether he wants to change his mind or not. It's none of their business. If they want to complain about it, screw them. You know, I mean, he's going to do what's best for him and his family.
Yeah.
You know? So, I don't know. I think I'm just happy for him.
Yeah, me too. We can be something like that someday, right?
Right. All these stories, and especially it brings it home a little bit for us because it's South Korean, and so makes it more of a reality. It's not over there in Silicon Valley where it's happening. Yeah, you can also make it here, and what we're trying to do. So,
and very interesting thing about this story is that I don't know if you guys know about a guy named Walt Mossberg. He's a journalist in the Wall Street Journal. He's a special journalist for the IT stuff, and he is managing a site or conference called All Things D. And he has some partner. Her name is that was her name. Yep, Kara Swisher. She's a very famous woman in this tech industry. But they coincidentally they came to Korea when this news was out. So they found out this news in Korea, and they went to him, Daniel Shin, and interviewed him. They even took the video of interviewing him. So, you know, I'm a really big fan of the Walt Mossberg, and I see all the reviews from him. And if I were him, I would be very excited. You know, it's very coincidental.
Yeah, you must have been a little jealous. Oh, interview me! Come on, interview the Blogsy guys. We're doing something good.
Exactly. Anyway, that was a very interesting story for me. And he is Korean, but he went to America like when he was like 9 years old. So he's pretty much American culture. Yeah, half American, I think. So
understands probably both cultures.
Yeah. So
can you go to me? Ticket Monster in the West, in America, I should say. Ticket Monster is a site where you buy tickets for shows and concerts and that kind of stuff.
It's not just for tickets. It's exactly the same as Groupon. The company make a contract with some restaurant or some shop or anything, and they offer like half price off.
But Ticket Monster is the Korean company?
Yeah.
Oh, because Ticket Monster in America is...
Oh, they have...
Yeah, there is Ticket Monster in America, which is to buy and sell tickets. So I'm wondering, here they have Ticket Monster Mon. So, or
this is T-Mon. This is short form of Ticket Monster. They call it T-Mon.
So maybe... Yeah, maybe they're going by that name or something internationally. They'll have to change that, I think. So, but okay.
Yeah. Anyway, this is very exciting news for entrepreneurs in Korea, I think.
Why do you think they did it? Are they trying to expand into Korea?
I think the Living Social wanted to expand it to Asia.
Okay.
And TK Monster is kind of the biggest company in Asia in the social commerce, industry. So
it's not just focused in Korea. It's actually different Asian markets.
That's what people are guessing.
Yeah, and I think that's, if you look in the future, I think that's the path that a lot of these American tech companies or Western tech companies, they're going to have to take, or they're going to take, because culture is so different. So, for example, Google. Yeah. Google has tried to come into Korea. Google has tried to come into China. And China has its own issues. But it can't get a foothold in Korea because the culture is too different. They're trying to take a Western culture theory or whatever and fit it here. The best way if you want to expand into Asia is to buy something like this and understand the local culture.
Yeah.
It's the same like products too, typically.
Exactly.
So I think it's a good plan on their part and excellent on him. He must be living pretty well right now. What he's doing.
He didn't say how much money they got, but it'll be really much for him. And I heard that he will be still working for the company as
That usually happens,
Yeah.
the transition period. I saw too, related to this, some girl, when she was in high school, she realized that yearbooks were all hardback bound, and so she started a yearbook site,
Yeah.
and she just sold it. And like, she started 6 years ago, 10 years ago, I don't know. So she's in her mid-20s. She just sold it for $100 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
And she's working for that?
Yeah, I don't know if she's continuing to work for it, but
Right.
it's similar, you know, start something when you're young, and
Right.
you know, and it's what I notice about this, it's all social. Everything that's happening now is social. So I don't think anybody's going to come knocking on our door for Blogsy, because there's no social aspect to it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
The next story?
My story is augmented reality provides a glimpse at a united Korea. I think this is so cool. So if you take the iPad and go to, right now there's only two places that are supported. And basically, as I'm talking, you want to load this so we can watch it? And basically, you know, as you hold your iPad and go over these places, they show what a unified Korea possibly would look like, or they take pictures. No, you guys can watch it if we can.
Song Arirang.
The DMZ, yeah. I've been up there. That's
Yeah. Actually, I did my military service there.
oh really, on the
Yeah.
DMZ?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. They're showing what it would be like without the DMZ line.
This is not from Korean, right? This is from some foreigner, I think.
That I'm not sure. Yeah, so they're just showing an overlay. And right now, unfortunately, it only works in 2 different locations. But I think it's open source project, so
Is there already
it'll
an
be
app for
expanded.
that? It's just a introducing this project, isn't it?
Well, as far as I read it, it was out. That it only works in a few locations along the north-south border is lamentable. But it's a true novel idea. Yeah, I just love this. I don't know how you guys feel, but I love looking at old pictures. Now, I love going to, say, Cheongak,
Right.
which is an area in downtown Seoul. I lived in that area for a while, and so I know it very well. But then you are able to find once in a while pictures of that area 40 years ago, 50 years ago, 60. I just love that.
Right.
And I wish someone with Google Images or something, it could figure out, oh, with GPS I'm standing here, and you can look at what it looks like now and then lift it up and it would show like overlay over the years.
I don't know the thing about with the iPad, but I think I saw some project like that in like Bing Maps. There's a street view kind of thing, right? Or the photo sense. You can see photo sense of the street, but if you turn back the clock and it shows the old photos.
Oh, that would be so cool. I love that stuff.
Oh, really?
I really love that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting, you know. And do you know that some photographer did some project about you took your picture from your when you were very young, like a kid, and you took the exactly same picture right now.
Okay.
You compare two, and it's very interesting too. You go to exactly same place and same people.
Oh, really?
Same picture, yeah.
Oh, someone did that with the final launch of the space shuttle.
Oh yeah, I saw that picture too.
Yeah, and it showed him when he was a young child with his father, and now he's a 40-year-old man with his father. The contrast, I thought that was really cool.
That was really historical moment, right? The first one too, and the last one. Yeah. I think they're very lucky.
Yeah, it's cool. You know, anyway, yeah, I see a lot of those apps. Well, I've seen one at least, where you're supposed to take a picture daily.
Yeah.
And then it takes and makes it into a video and shows your face changing. This stuff takes dedication. I downloaded it, took a picture for a few days, and then forgot about it. And yeah.
You know what? When I have a kid, I want to do that. I want to take a picture of him or her every day, and maybe someday I'll make a like time-lapse video.
Well, what I would prefer doing. Did you see the guy? And it was a TED Talk. I love TED Talks, where he wired his whole house.
Yeah, I saw that.
And so it took video all the time.
Right.
Anytime they went in, and it had software that picked up voice recognition, movement recognition, all that.
He's a genius. He even made a three-dimensional graphical space of his house, and you know, if you play video, you can tour your house in 3D, you know, in real time. Everything is moving.
It's just that's what I think you should do. Really, I mean, it's a lot with the way.
It costs a lot of money.
Space size. Well, once you get it wired up, and you don't have to have super high quality cameras to begin with, but the price of space comes down. The price of all the technology, the cameras, you can put them up in every room. Because that's always the hardest part. Being a parent, your child does something really cool for the first time, and then you grab the camera and you're like, "Do it again!
Yeah.
Damn it!"
Right.
You know, and then it's hard to document that stuff too. What was the exact day their first tooth fell out? You know, there's just so many things that are happen daily that you forget to write it down, or don't have an organized way to write it down, and then 10 years later you're like, I don't know when your first tooth fell out.
Right.
You know, some of that.
The organizing is really important. You mentioned before, and I think it's a good idea too, and someone should invent something that you can tag your video and search for it.
Yeah. Someone will have to do that. There has to be, with all the video we're taking, you know, I have tons. I've been taking it for 10 years, and it's just too much to process.
Right.
And to go out and pick out stuff. There has to be a way to search that video. And I think it's got to be done, honestly, through some voice. Because if you sit there and take the time to tag everything, nobody's going to do that.
Voice recognition plus image recognition.
Yeah, and probably location.
Yeah, and face recognition too.
Oh, that would be good, face recognition. So you could pull up. Oh yeah, anyway.
Technology will make your life better.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yep.
Reunification.
Yeah. No, maybe it would be an interesting story that I worked in the DMZ, and I was a construction soldier. How do you call it?
Engineer.
I drove the dump truck, and we built a road from South Korea to North Korea. So we built a road through the DMZ, so we had to remove the mines, you know. So I went there and
scared.
Yeah, when lunchtime we eat some lunchbox and there's boom, boom.
Really?
Yeah.
So if you take a pee, you don't go out in the bushes and go pee because you never know.
Yeah, there's some fence around your road, and you shouldn't go over there. And sometimes, you know, because we are construction soldiers, we took the what is it?
A scoop truck.
Yeah, scoop truck. Yeah, we call it fork crane. Yeah. Anyway, you pick the dirt into the truck, right? But sometimes you pick the mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, scary
stuff. Yeah. But we never had some accident. But yeah, we digged up very deep hole, and sometimes some animal fall in there and died.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what I saw when I went to the DMZ? They have like there's a point where it's the North and South Korea is the closest. So the DMZ isn't exactly the same width all the way across. At one point it gets very close. So we went there, and they have this little tiny museum, like DMZ museum, and they had a deer with fangs.
Deer with
fangs?
Really?
And you know, I couldn't get anybody to confirm that there really are deer with fangs, and I don't understand. You know, deer eat grass and shrubs, so why would they need fangs? So I don't know. I just thought it was interesting.
Maybe it's some different animal, isn't it?
It was a deer with fangs. I'm sure. It was weird. Yeah. Anyway,
okay.
And another thing, you know, I know this guy that right now he's in the military along the DMZ, and for you to be in the DMZ, that's not considered North Korean or South Korean territory. That's UN territory. So he has to in order to be able to be in that area, he has to be a member of the UN, not just a South Korean soldier. So he has to get certain certification. He has a pass and everything. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. Right.
That's. Yeah, maybe you guys don't know too. Every Korean male has to serve in the military, so it's a common experience. And always Korean males talk about, what did you do in the military? What was your job? Some get really good ones, some not so good.
Yeah. If some like 4 Korean guys get together, they always talk about the military service. You know, girls really hate that.
Oh, and girls and foreigners, because I just listen. Really? You drove a dump truck? Okay.
Yeah, one more military story I will talk about. I was working in the DMZ, and you know, in the middle of the DMZ, there's a line. You know, right? The DMZ is a common area of North Korea and South Korea, but there should be a line there. But when you go there, it's just one flag is there. So once I just, with my truck, I drove backward and I got over the line to dump
You went over the line?
Yeah. So I went to...
Shoulders, North Koreans come out?
There were still soldiers, but you know, we were working, so they didn't do anything. Anyway.
Yeah, that stuff is interesting to me, because you imagine in your mind, DMZ, there's no people there, it's going to be beautiful, but actually the North Koreans regularly set fires to burn it down, and so it's this open grass, so nobody can hide in it. And you see, all these paths that go in the middle of the DMZ where North Korean soldiers, South Korean soldiers are walking along these paths and stuff. Yeah, really interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway,
let's go next story. Oh, it's about South Korea's jail captures media Grand Prix. Do you call it Grand Prix? How do you...
Cans.
Cans, yeah. There's a cans, like ad award, right? And
ad award.
Yeah. And the Korean jail company won the Grand Prix with the Home Plus advertisement in the subway. You know about that, right?
Yeah, I know about... We were going to do that. We want to do that. We want to go test it out, but... Basically, you have these big screens. What they're showing here, it looks like they're actually in the store, but it's not. This is in the subway system.
Right.
And it's this huge, interactive screen where you can do your shopping. As you're waiting for the subway, you can do your shopping.
But this is not exactly the screen. This is just for paper printed on the wall, and there's a QR code. So you can actually shop it. You knew that.
No, I didn't know that part of it. The one I knew was it's a big screen and you actually touch the screen and you buy the things you want.
But if you want to make the screen, it'll be really expensive. But their idea is they put the QR code in it, and with your smartphone, you can actually shop it in the subway. So when you go back home, they'll deliver the stuff to your home. So,
well, that's a great idea too.
Yeah, was a really great idea, and they won the Grand Prix. But the problem is, the Korean news recently figured out that this advertisement was never been there. I mean,
it never aired.
Yeah,
in Korea?
Never aired or never displayed in public. They just put this picture in the subway, and for 2 hours, they took the picture and take it out. And yeah, so that rule of the cans ad award should be that ad should be
actually an aired.
Yeah, right.
Aired one.
But yeah, they just it's like fake, you know. Maybe the people here are not real customers; they're just jail.
Actors.
Employees, actors.
Some actors.
Yeah. So, but the company said that, you know, we will do the real thing in upcoming August, so it won't be matter, something like that.
Yeah, they got to figure that out, because right now you have all these billboards up, but they're advertising stuff, and I can't believe that Home Plus is going to pay for all that advertising space to put up those billboards. You know, and also, if Home Plus does it, then E-Mart is going to want to do it. I mean, you run into a conflict, so they have to. That's why I think the interactive one is better. But unless you don't want people to see what you're shopping for. Everybody's like, oh, you're going to buy that one? So you have like
this is good.
You have the cheap stuff and the middle and expensive stuff, and like, oh, the cheap? I'll take the cheap.
Yeah. That'd be interesting too. For you guys who don't know, that HomePlus is a Tesco, the same company, but they came to Korea and they changed the name. It's like, it's that kind of store.
Big, huge shopping chain. Grocery shopping kind of stuff.
I mean, I think that's what Korean companies do. Not everything, not every company, but like, in my experience, if you go to like Korean company, big company like Samsung, they do things very fast. They try to do it very fast and they try to win, so sometimes they don't keep the rules like that.
I don't want to start a long discussion, but it's called Bali culture. Right? Bali means fast, right? And maybe your pronunciation is much better than mine. Right? So, but it's I don't want to say anything bad about Korea, but because Korea's done amazing things. But because of that, they're more concerned about getting something done than the quality of something.
Exactly.
And so a lot of the work is not the best quality. And as they're becoming the first world country, we talked about this before, I think that needs to change, and it just hasn't changed yet. Or it's very slow to change.
And that Galaxy Tab things too, Samsung is trying to... I heard from the Samsung employees that when the first iPhone came out, I was in Samsung actually. I was working as a temporal employee, and the whole company was like, it was like disaster. Everyone is, oh, what should we do now? Where's the iPhone? It's amazing. So some seniors, the directors said to the employees that we should make something exactly the same like this. So they trying to make it exactly the same, so there's no creativity, I think. I don't know.
So what did they do? They went to the government and said, let's block it for 3 years.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what happened. All I know is the iPhone couldn't get into Korea because of these laws that were in the books for about 3 years.
Right.
Yeah. Frustrating for all us expats.
But the next iPhone, did you hear the news? Next iPhone will come out is the same day with the United States.
Really?
Yeah.
One time I want to experience waiting in a line.
Yeah, me too.
But nobody waits in a line in Korea.
Yeah, right.
We should make our own line. We'll get on TV for it. Let's get some Blogsy shirts.
Oh, cool.
Go wait. Really?
Maybe we can take the podcast there.
Yeah, that would be good. We'd do some clips of it.
But they did some events before. They did the lining. They forced people to make a line,
to make it up. But also too, typically in situations like that, when they have pre-orders, foreigners can't do it. It's limited only to Koreans, which, I don't know. I could imagine a lot of foreigners getting in line and doing it much more than the Koreans. But as soon as you block them out, they don't want to be in line. And it's interesting too when they do a lot of that. Oh, look at the iPhone in Korea promotion or something. It's like they don't include foreigners intentionally,
I don't know, maybe. I don't know why.
Anyway, we can... I'm not going to get one, actually. I'm going to skip.
I've got one.
I've got the Generation 4. Actually, it was your idea, and I like that idea. Just skip a generation of every iPhone, iPad product. And so I've got the 4. I'm happy with it. I'll wait until the 6 comes out. But I'll go stand in line and support and the atmosphere and take some chairs and drink soju. No.
Because we both have iPad and iPhone, and we buy the new stuff every year. This year we buy a new iPad. This year you buy a new iPhone.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. My next one. I just thought this was cool. Gizmodo did an article about this guy, this 3 traveling around 44 days, and they condensed it down into 1-minute videos, and they're basically move, eat, learn. And Actually, it was sponsored by the Australian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Australian Tourist Bureau or something like that. And yeah, I just think it's cool. I love traveling. I know you've done a lot of traveling, and I've done a lot of traveling. Actually, I got for my honeymoon. Me and my wife traveled for 1 year around the world.
That's everybody's dream.
and everybody says, how so expensive? Actually, it's super cheap. It's cheaper to do that, as long as you're a backpacker. I'm not saying resort places, but it's cheaper to do that than actually live in a country. You know, because you have house payments, car payments, insurance payments, all these payments that are more expensive than traveling around the world. You know, so yeah, it was for a year we spent. I can't remember exactly, but around $10,000. So about Chanmama.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. For that included lodging, food, transportation, airplane tickets. We bought round the world tickets and everything. A few souvenirs here and there, a few clothes here and there.
The problem is you don't have income for a year, right?
Right, obviously, yeah. But when we were in, you know, a year is a long time to do it. So we'd been traveling, and about 6 months into it, we were in Israel. And so in Israel, we worked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and not so much because we needed the money, but because it just, you get a little burnt out after a while, just, okay, where are we going tomorrow? Or so we sat there for maybe, we worked for 2 to 3 weeks, made money, and then continued on.
What work did you do?
I worked in a restaurant washing dishes.
Wow.
And my wife, she cleaned hotels, and then for like the first week cleaned hotels, and then after that she came and worked at the restaurant with me.
Wow, that's interesting. Was it easy to get the job?
Yes and no. There's like a corner you need to hang out at where they'll come and pick you up. That's the hard way to do it. That's how my wife ended up getting the apartment hotel cleaning. But also for females it can be dangerous because the guys are, you know, looking for favors. But the other one, if you stay in the right youth hostel, then the other foreigners know, hey, I'm leaving, or yeah, check out this place. And especially I think it was the woman that owned the youth hostel. She had connections and knew people, so I told her, yeah, we're going to work. She goes, okay, go here and talk to them. And so it wasn't hard to do. And also, you've got no legal rights, so you got to be careful about getting paid.
Yeah,
you know, because they could just say, no, we're not going to pay you. You know, so you got to be careful about that.
There was no problem for you guys.
No, there was no problem. And there's people work in wineries in France, in Australia. You can work all the way your way around the world, but we just did it there. But anyway, watching this stuff, oh man, it makes me want to travel so bad again, really bad. Let's watch. They're only a minute, so.
I don't know how hard this will be.
Well, they said they had over a terabyte of video, and like this is sponsored, right?
Right.
So they knew beforehand what they needed to capture, so that's why they're getting the same pattern every way. And it's a disappointment, you know. When I did my honeymoon, it was before YouTube was around. It was before digital cameras were commonplace. So I don't have video from traveling, any video from traveling, and all I have are like analog pictures on film rolls of film, and some of those didn't come out because of the developing process, and so that's a disappointment for me. I want to relive some of those memories, but I guess got to go make more.
You know, normal people might think these kind of things will be the bad thing you can do. You got sponsored, you get money, and you do traveling, YouTube videos, right? You experience things. But if you think about that, you are sponsored and you have your responsibility. You have to go somewhere right on time, and you have to take some picture, and you don't have time to get rest or, you know, just hang around maybe.
Yeah, because they have deadlines. Like they had 44 days to do all this and see all these places. you're right. They're not getting to relax. And those shots that you saw walking down the street or something, that's not one shot. You know, they got to keep doing it and keep doing it until they go, okay, that's the one we need. You know, that's part of filming. So you're absolutely right. So if you could combine the two, get sponsored, but do it at a leisurely pace, you know, do it as you fit it into your schedule. Yeah, that would be
good. Yeah,
that would be. Or the best way around is not to be sponsored, just do it yourself, and then make excellent videos or something that get purchased.
That's what the guy did. I forgot the name of the guy, but he did some weird dancing all over the world, right? And later he got sponsored from the Visa card.
Yeah. Crazy, yeah. He had that unique thing, his crazy dance. That's not a normal dance. That's.
I like the video too.
Oh, I love it. I think it's a brilliant idea. And, you know, these guys are coming up with cool. It's like the guy too that went to China for 1 year, and he took a picture basically every day, holding the camera facing him.
Yeah, I saw
and then he put it all together, and you see his face change. And,
beard growing.
And then I don't know. He had some cool quote that kind of. It wasn't the growth or the change outside, it was his growth inside. And
that's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. In 10 years, that's where I'm going to be. I love traveling.
Me too. If I get rich, I'll travel all around the world.
Yeah, once your kids are old enough.
Right. Or just with my kids. I know it's very hard.
No, I don't think it's that bad, but the youngest just has to be at a certain age where they can handle, or you got to just go really slow, or you got to go to resort kind of traveling. Can we watch one more?
Yeah.
I love the eat one.
Yeah, this is eat.
Yeah, I think this is a great one.
They took 3 different videos. Right. Move, eat, and learn.
I love trying foods from around the world, so...
me too, yeah.
This looks really...
Right.
Oh, that looked like a dak-galbi.
Yeah, I wonder if they came to Korea too. Food is one of the best things of traveling.
Grasshopper.
He must got weight.
Yeah, when I traveled, to me, as far as food, I'm not a big foodie, so food's not all that important to me. But when we were in Vietnam, it has French influence, and the French used to be a colony of France, and not Vietnam. Sorry, Vietnam was a colony of France, but also Laos. We were in Laos, and so they still have pâté sandwiches, and man, you get this gigantic pâté sandwich that's so good,
really?
And it was probably like 25 cents or something, like eBay one or something. It was ridiculously cheap, and
that things
are so many of them. And then I think Egypt has some incredible food. I can't remember the names of some of it, but really cool food. I really like their food. And then also Turkey, which you're going to go there soon.
My honeymoon. Yeah.
Turkey has great fruit and vegetables. You go to the markets, and the fruit and vegetables are just wonderful. So.
I'm going to Greece and Turkey. So yeah, I heard their foods are really great. So I'm really looking forward to. But there's 3 videos, and you have to eat when you travel, and you have to move when you travel. But it's not easy to learn something while you're traveling. But so I like the 3rd video really much too. They learn how to play guitar, how to dance, some tango, that kind of stuff. That's what I really want to do.
Yeah, I guess to me, we can watch it if you like it. To me, that's not part of traveling. It's not taking classes, and it seems like a lot of these are about taking classes. Not like this. This is just when you see some ajumma, when you see some old woman doing something on the street, you're like, can I do it too? We did that in Egypt with
Oh, really?
what they do, the wheat, and separate the wheat. But These are more like taking official classes where they teach you something. I'm not into that as I travel.
But that way you can learn faster, isn't it? You can
I'm
actually learn.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. It's just not my personal. I rather experience the real people doing things instead of going to a class. When I travel at home, I'd love to take classes.
I do it too. Yeah, it'd be better to meet someone on the street who's playing guitar and go to him. Hey, can I learn something?
Yeah, like this, like stringing that stuff.
Yeah. I love that.
This looks like on the street, more like this. That kind of stuff I love.
I love the elephant one.
Yeah, the elephant. Yeah. That was cool. Like this is cool. Learn it on the street.
This one. Yeah, fun. I think you should have some basic, sense.
Oh
my God. Yeah, I'm going to travel.
I'm so jealous. So jealous. Okay, that's my second story.
Yep, we go to apps.
Yeah.
And other Facebook stories for you.
Oh, I love Facebook.
And today, Facebook released a Messenger app for iPhone. Yeah, it's they have Facebook has the message feature, and they make it as a new app. So it's something like the iMessage from Apple. You know what it is? It's in the iOS 5.
I don't hear you. You know what it is?
It's in the new iOS 5. It's a messaging app actually. It's like, I don't know if you guys know the WhatsApp. And,
oh yeah.
Yeah. And in Korea, it's really famous one called Kakao Talk. Yeah. Kakao Talk. Everyone in Korea is using Kakao Talk. So it's a similar thing. So I don't know if they will make how much succeed. I mean, I don't know if they will replace the Kakao Talk or some other apps, but I think this is really good approach because many people are already using Facebook. So.
But why do it? Why have a separate app? Why not have it within the Facebook app?
I don't know the exact reason, but I think this way I don't know, it will be more efficient for an app for a developing side. I don't know.
Oh, well, I'm never going to get any use out of it.
So yeah, let's see how many people will use it. But this is already the #1 in free apps, of course. Yeah. Okay, next one.
It's similar. Mogui, and it's an app I use. I use it all the time. I'm living in South Korea. Of course, all my family is in America, so we need to be able to communicate. And most of my family doesn't like Facebook. They're not influenced by me, and they don't want to do Twitter. They don't want anything personal or anything on the internet that is can be viewed by other people. They want it to be secret. So Mogui, I guess it's similar to that Facebook with that Facebook app, but with Facebook it's tied in to being in Facebook. This is just independent all by itself. And so you sign up and you can create hangouts and then invite people to that hangout. So I can have one-on-one talks, say you and me have a one-on-one talk, but then you can also create a separate hangout, and you could be in it, and Ju-sung could be in it, and I could be in it, and we'd all see everything we're communicating between each other.
They call it Hangout?
Yeah, they call it up here Hangouts. And so...
Same as Google Plus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I have, like with my family members and my mother, I have direct communication, but most of the time I use it as a hangout, which my mom has her own hangout, and all us kids communicate within that hangout, and we kind of get to see what we're all thinking and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know, I enjoy it, and I can use it on my iPad too. And, I think it's a double size. I don't think they have an iPad version, but I'm not 100%.
Really? I think you have iPad version. I think they have. Yeah,
oh, you're right. They do, and actually they're improving it. I've been using it since it first came out, and so now links within it are you can actually follow the link. If they give a URL, it'll open in Safari, and it's really easy to add images, and it works through their system, so you don't like I said, my family doesn't want any images out there on certain services, Flickr or whatever. So this all does it within that. And they also, you can do YouTube, but that it uploads. You can do video, but that it uploads to YouTube, so they don't use that. But it's got this weird, I don't know what the deal is. It's got these little GIFs or something you can send, and it's these sheep. And when you do it, like this zombie sheep walks across, bah, bah. Just kind of pointless, but I don't know. I don't know why they did it. Having fun like with us.
This kind of app, you need someone to talk with, you know. And it's good that you have your family in the app. They're using the app too, so it's very convenient to talk to each other. But you know, if some app is new and if you're new to it, it's really hard to get someone in.
Yeah,
someone.
Yeah, absolutely. This is about, you know, the group of people, and you all decide to do it together.
Right.
It's not like pulling in Facebook friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. It's a different situation.
No, I have used this app, but I removed it because I don't have anyone to talk to. But at the same time, I don't like the UI that much. The graphical, you know, view, the UI. Anyway, it's personal taste maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the UI is the best thing in the world, but you know, it's functional. I mean,
yeah,
it's very functional. I get a lot of use out of it. I'm trying to, actually, honestly, I'm trying to move my family over to Google+.
Oh, that's better.
Because in that way, within this, one problem it has within it is, let's say I post a photo, or let's say my sister posts a photo, I can't reply directly to that photo. It just gets in the stream. So I have to go, oh, that last photo that you posted 10 posts ago, blah, 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 blah. That Google Plus would give us that ability. And I think Google Plus, with its circles, I can get my family to realize, hey, this isn't being broadcast. It's only, choose only this family circle, and it's only between us. But I send out invites, and Google Plus won't allow them in yet.
Well, why not? Maybe they didn't.
Because it says we got your invite, but you can't sign up yet. So Google Plus is still blocking.
Really? It's not. I invite people every day. You know.
And they're signing up?
Yeah.
I'll try again.
Okay.
Maybe they thought it was junk mail or.
Yeah.
I noticed my Google Plus. I'm getting all kinds of followers on Google Plus, and I noticed it did go to my junk mail in Gmail, which isn't that strange? Google Plus goes straight to Gmail's junk mail folder. I don't understand that one.
If you move it to the spam mail before, and Gmail would think that you want that there. So.
I never moved it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it just automatically sent them there. I don't know.
Interesting.
Okay, so that's mine.
Okay. My second app is called Nosh. Is it right? Nosh?
That's how I pronounce it.
Yeah. It's another location-based app, and you can recommend the menu in a restaurant. And you don't recommend the restaurant, but you can recommend the menu. So
you mean menu item or the whole menu?
What's the difference?
Well, menu item is, let's say, spare ribs.
Yeah.
But the whole menu is all the items in the menu.
Yeah, I mean menu item.
Okay.
Yeah, menu. So they say this app is an answer for the question that what's good in this place. You know. So it's another social networking service, and it's similar to the, I don't know if you guys know the app called Food Spotting. It's an app that you can take picture of a food that you are eating right now, and you can share the pictures. But this is not just about pictures, but you can rate the menu item and share it to your friends. So I think it's not a like innovative idea, but I think if they make it very good UI and you know make it works good, it'll be a.
I think it'll work if it's on the search site. If I can go, man, I'm hungry, and I can search what people have posted in this area, and certain kinds of foods.
Yeah.
If I can do the search side of it, I think it
Right.
has potential.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a big sharer with food. Food is, I'm not into food, I said before.
Okay.
So, but when I'm hungry, I want to try something. But I'm not going to take pictures and upload pictures.
I'm using this app, but the problem is no one of my friends are using this app. So I searched for my Facebook. You know, they automatically search among your Facebook friends and Twitter friends, but no one was in. But the reason I found this app was about this 404 page. 404 page. 404 page is the page you get when there's no contents, page not found. But they made a really special 404 page. They put a video in it, and I will show it to you guys. They made this video. It's very interesting. So they're in the world field.
Copy that 212 Romeo, code 404. 404. We have reports of a road site in this sector, but so far no contact.
It's good.
Yeah.
Solid copy. Out. Got
That's,
eyes on him?
that's great PR.
Yeah, look at the bags.
Oh, that was a page, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a page. I think they're an employee of this company, maybe. And they're really good quality.
How did they do the shot marks? That must be post production.
Yeah, right. I think so. They made an introduction video of Nosh too, and it has really good quality too. And I heard the founders are like ex-Googlers.
212 Romeo, 212 Romeo. We have a code 500.
Pages that
Site is down there. Code 500. Site is
KIA. It's very interesting, isn't it?
That is really interesting, and it seems like 404 page. It's a niche unto itself. There's a popular group that loves looking into and developing and doing all these cool things with 404 pages.
Right.
Yeah, I love that stuff, and I've never done it, but it's one of those things like I want to.
Yeah. The fail whale is something similar. It's not 404 page, but in Twitter, not now, but they have the fail whale that was very famous.
Yeah, I mean that changed English lexicon. I mean that made it into people using that for other situations.
Yeah.
Oh, fail whale.
Yeah.
It's very interesting stuff. Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah. And I like the design of the whole website of them. It's very clean, simple. You know. Yeah, please try it and please friend me. Okay, next tab.
Blogsy for iPad. Oh, I love this. I've been using home theater PC with Blogsy, and so when I saw this come across, I thought, oh, I'll check it out. Downloaded it. They said for my local media, I have to install a little app in my device that has my video in it, and then open that and show where the video is on my device, and it works great. It works really, really well.
Wow.
Here, I'll show you. If you launch it, and then it's got a like home and my media. So I've set up my media, and then these are ones, and then it'll show all the videos I have in this directory. And then let's choose one. Choose that. So it opens it up and hit play, loads it. And as long as you're on the same Wi-Fi, then you know it's got to be in the same Wi-Fi. And now, yeah, it's pretty good quality, and so now you're not limited to watching the media on the TV or on your computer. Or, it's really good.
Is there an iPhone app too?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I think it's designed for the iPad.
Oh.
I'm not 100% sure, and it's not something like what is it, Slingbox, where Slingbox you can actually anytime where you can get a Wi-Fi connection, you can do it. This you have to be on the same Wi-Fi connection as your media. So as soon as you walk out of your house, you're not going to be able to watch it. But yeah, I think.
And
Go ahead.
Your Mac or PC should be turned on, right?
I would assume so, but I never turn mine off. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, I just did it. And then this is my media. They have home media, and of course, like everything now, it's got social. So any friends, you can connect with Twitter or Facebook, and I don't know, one other. And if they've posted any video, obviously my friends are not into video because nothing is here. And then they also have an applet where you can choose to watch something later and send it to that applet, and then when you open this later, you'll see it, which is really nice because I do that a lot with videos. I'm like, I don't have time for it to load now. I don't, this looks interesting, but I'm just not going to watch it now. I want to watch it later. So that does that. And then they have, of course, featured, so they've got to make money. This is all free, so they've got to make money some way. So I assume maybe this is a way. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
It's really cool. Good. It's similar to the app called Air Video. You know that app, right?
I've heard of it, but I haven't done anything with it.
Yeah, it's similar because you can watch your videos on your laptop, on your iPad. That's what Air Video does, and you don't need to be in the same Wi-Fi. You can access to the PC with some IP address.
Really? Yeah. Are there file format restrictions? Because this will play any file format.
Yeah, that too. I think that too.
Really?
Yeah.
Then, tell me about it, because I'll try
it out. That's paid.
Oh. How much?
There's a free version, but in the free version, they pick random videos in your folder, so you can't pick the video.
I guess that's an interesting concept too, because with stuff like that, a lot of that stuff doesn't work. You read the bio in the App Store and like, oh yeah, watch all your video, blah blah blah, and then you buy it for $1.99 and you can't get it set up. So that must be a cool way to show, hey, yeah, see, it works.
Yeah, right.
Are you willing to pay for it now?
Exactly. That's why the demo versions are in the market, but in iOS apps, there's no demo version.
Right. I wish Apple would change that.
Right.
For Blogsy too. I wish we could say you have a week to play with it, or I don't know, 3 days, whatever. If you don't like it, then delete it and you don't pay for it. I think our app, I'm confident in our app. So our app and good apps out there, it would only increase sales because people see, wow, look at what this can do. But they don't want to pay amount of money. We're charging $4.99. They don't want to pay that when they don't know if it's going to do the things it claims. And Apple's return policy is a pain. So I sure wish Apple would change that.
And they released the Mac App Store, so even the Mac apps can have the demo version from now. So I think they should do something with it.
Yeah. It would help us out. Please, Apple. It would help us out a lot. And also, there's a lot of, if you guys, I don't know if I should bring this up, but if you guys know, there's bootleg copies of iPad apps, right? And we know Blogsy, someone has bootlegged Blogsy. And there's nothing we can do about it. We're trying to pay bills and it's frustrating for us, but there's nothing. I think some of the percentage of those people are doing it because they want to see if it really works, and then later they end up buying it.
Right.
If Apple would do that, have a policy 3 days, no charge or something like that, then it would solve that group of people. And only people that are downloading those are doing it to steal.
Right. All right. Okay.
Yeah, really good app.
Blogsy time.
Yeah, Blogsy. We put out the Imp. The Imp. Right. And which basically the big thing about that is it adds text expander. Yeah.
Right.
And honestly, I'm a little surprised because I got a lot of email people saying, please add text expander. I really need text expander. Oh, come on, text expander. I got a lot of emails. But then we added text expander, and I haven't gotten that much response of people saying, yeah, text expander. Yeah, we got a few, but not really very many compared to how many people requested it.
Right.
So
you did all the customer services. I don't know how many people requested text expander, but they are quite boring, right?
Yeah, it was up there in the voting. It was, a lot of people wanted it, but there's been no reaction to it. So there's been a little bit, but
maybe some people don't know about Text Expander. You know, I bought the Text Expander apps and I used it. It's pretty convenient. You know, for example, if you want to type a really long paragraph, you can set it up as a short, like, word or letters you want, like password. So if you type like ABC, it shows a whole paragraph you want.
yeah, you have to figure it's got to be stuff that you want reoccurring. So it's good in emails where you want maybe for official emails you want your title and your email address. It's really good for that. In blogging, in Blogsy, I think the greatest use for it would be probably in the HTML. If you want to consistently add some HTML snippet, or if you have some code you need to add that interacts with your blog. For example, a lot of plugins require, I don't know the terminology for it, what is it, where it has a bracket and then a phrase and then you add some phrase, and then when you post it, the plugin catches that and puts a video or puts something else. That you could set up as a snippet, so you don't have to write that saying every time. You just have to write the portion that needs to change and everyone. So situations like that, yeah, it becomes very handy. As far as writing full paragraphs, I mean, I don't know how many people write the same thing over and over in blogging, at least. So, I don't know, and so, you know, honestly, we didn't see like a huge influx in sales due to it. You know, we didn't get a lot of reaction from it. Text Expander did a promotion. You know, we sent 5 promo codes for people now that were listed on their page and everything. So, anyway, there weren't any complaints about it. That's the good point. That's the good news. And right now we're working on Cyclops.
Yep, Cyclops.
And actually we can talk about it because by the time this gets posted on the net,
yeah,
we'll have Cyclops released. I think so.
But it will be submitted, not released.
Right, submitted. So basically, you guys get the inside scoop. If you were watching live, Cyclops it's all about Postgres. Postgres support. It's our first added platform. Yeah. I know everybody's been begging for more platforms.
I am a Postgres user and I really wanted this. Yeah,
see,
really good.
You know, I want these things. They won't do it for me. But you want Postgres, you go out and do it.
I'm a developer.
It looks really cool. Postgres integration. It has a few different tweaks because it's a different system and everything. But the most important thing is, you built a framework for it. So now, because you built the framework, adding more platforms in the future will take a lot less time because the framework's there. So that's really cool. That's stuff you guys don't necessarily see, but behind it'll come out in the long run. So, but again, if you've read our blog post, if you've listened to, if you've read our blog, if you've listened to it here, our basic path is finish with Cyclops, then we move to Sasquatch, which is going to be all about iOS 5 and optimizing for iOS 5, figuring out what's new in iOS 5, that kind of stuff. Then after Sasquatch, then we'll look at more platforms. So,
and my wedding.
Yeah.
And my wedding.
That won't be part of Blogsy. But so don't get excited when you see Postgres was added. Don't get excited. Oh, now they're going to start adding more platforms. First, we have to do the iOS 5 thing. Then we'll go back to adding platforms.
Yeah. You know, while I was developing, I posted some question to the Postgres help desk, and someone commented on it that, "Wow, Blogsy." You know, what did he say? I don't remember.
That's like a numbskull, rattle, mind blank. I don't know. It's a very funny phrase.
Yeah, so maybe, you know, obviously there's someone who is waiting for
we
Postgres.
Got one new user.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully we have, honestly, Postgres got the second highest voting after Tumblr. But we already talked about that, so we won't go down that road. And so there seems to be a lot of demand for it, but it's like Text Expander. We just don't know. We're trying to do our best and improve. Blogsy and expand the market, you know,
Yeah.
not only for you guys, but we need it too on our end. So.
And posters, guys, you got very new, good iPad apps.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll work with us and don't consider it a threat to their own plans. We'll figure that out next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, it should be submitted to Apple by the time this comes out. So just to let you guys know.
Okay.
And as always, it'll have a few other features and bug fixes and tweaks, but that's the big thing about it.
Right.
That's
No,
all
we,
I got.
We got Cyclops character too.
Oh, do it?
Yeah,
Do
no,
it?
not
Oh,
here.
okay.
Can
This
we
is
show it?
this is the imp.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
well,
the
let's show. Let's show.
Okay. Oops.
There's the Cyclops character.
I didn't prepare this, so please.
You guys are getting a
Okay.
sneak preview.
This is a Cyclops. One-eyed monster.
See, I'm wondering if we go stand in line for the iOS 5 or for the iPhone 5.
Yeah.
I think we got to take the imp and Cyclops and just our basic FOMO, and then maybe Fomula across our chest or something like that.
On our T-shirt.
Yeah, something where Fomula, our company name, and then maybe on the back, Blogsy, and then I don't know, something like that.
Maybe we can make the big mask of the Cyclops.
That would be really good.
My iPhone 5.
Well, we have the imp and we have Cyclops. We never did a graphics for the monster.
Oh no.
Right? We had that code name, the monster, but we never did. We started with the graphics with the imp. So that because we'd have to, all three of us do one. If we got a cardboard box, it'd be fairly easy. It's got a square head, and
Round this square.
and we got to come up with yellow shirts, yellow pants. That's a tough one.
Yellow pants.
Yeah.
You don't need to wear the clothes. We can just wear the hat. I don't know.
If you want to get, do you want lots of publicity or do you want?
Okay, if you do, we'll record it and show it to you.
Yeah. We'll see what we come up with.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I got. So until next time, thanks for watching, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.